This YouTuber known for catching alleged child predators strikes again twice in one weekend.
Two accused predators thought they were meeting underage girls at an anime convention, but guess what? It all ended in handcuffs. And Fox 2's Jessica Dubnak is covering this story out of Port Huron for us tonight. Jessica, he really, took this into his own hands here.
Yeah, exactly. And he's been doing this for years now, kind of honing his craft, creating quite a niche on YouTube. His name is Skeeter Jean. And how it works is he has decoys that pretend to be 13 or 14-year-old girls on dating sites. They end up chatting with men on there who know they're underage and still want to meet up. Now, Skeeter Jean says that's exactly what happened at a recent anime convention in Port Huron. Take a look at the mugshots here. We're looking at 52-year-old Eric Kirkle and 37-year-old Brennan Schwartz, both charged with accosting a child for immoral purposes and for using a computer to commit a crime. Now, Brennan Schwartz there, he had a gun. He was a legal CPL holder when this all went down recently in Port Huron, but it does speak to the dangers that this business holds.
You've been doing this about 5 years. I think our first story that we did together was in 2020. How many predators or alleged predators have you caught so far?
So far, we're getting close to that 200 mark.
In this situation in Port Huron, you caught two guys who are now charged. How did that go? How did the meetup go? If you could explain that a little bit. It was at an anime convention.
The meetup went a lot more smoothly than expected. Usually these guys are pretty nervous about going into public places where they know a lot of people are going to be.
And of course, innocent until proven guilty, but we have charges here. And in this situation, one of the men actually had a gun on them. I've got to ask, do you get nervous?
A little bit sometimes. We never really expect them to be bringing a weapon with them. In this scenario, we didn't even know he had it on him until the police got there.
What do you want people to know about what you do? Because it's a scary business.
It is, and it can always be a dangerous thing. There's always a risk associated with this sort of thing. Me, myself, I always have an armed security guard with me.
How does it make you feel when you see charges, you see a predator behind bars because of what you do?
It makes me feel great. It makes me feel like I'm really, me and my team is really making a difference in society.
Now, both of these alleged predators are being held on $20,000 bonds each. Now, we talked to the assistant chief at Port Huron PD. They're handling this criminal investigation. He says, while we appreciate Skeeter Jean's work, we definitely don't recommend it. We don't encourage people to do this because it can turn very dangerous. If you follow any of Skeeter Jean's pages, you can see how things can go very much awry. Reporting live, Jessica Dubnak on The Edge.
Well, of course, we've heard the law enforcement does not encourage this, but what do they feel about him doing this? I mean, we saw they showed up, they paid attention. I mean, is it able to work its way through the system when this man's behind it and he's not a police officer?
Well, it puts them in a predicament, right? So law enforcement shows up. You can't quite ignore the evidence because Skeeter Jean keeps a pretty specific log of all the evidence and hands it over. It definitely has to be vetted. But at that point, once it's in their faces, they can't ignore it.
No, I guess not. All right. Well, thanks for that report. It is certainly interesting, Jessica.